Hello YouTubers, welcome to Dinner and Dessert. I'm Kathy and today I'm going to be showing you how to make potato pancakes. This was requested by Charmaine, Sushine, Wanda, and Kathy. It's a very popular recipe, really good, easy to make. Come on, let's go. So for our recipe today, we need 10 red potatoes, 1 large onion, 1 carrot, 2 eggs, a 1/4 cup of flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, olive oil for frying, and sour cream or applesauce for our topping. We are going to begin by cutting our onion. We're going to peel away all of the outer casing of the onion, and we are going to cut our onion This recipe is, it was my mother's recipe, and everybody that had her potato pancakes really enjoyed them. Charmaine being one of the people that have had them, and she requested this recipe, so I was very happy to see that. I'm glad that she enjoyed them. Shout out to you, Charmaine. So there, we have our onions nice and chopped up, and we're going to put our onions into the bowl. Next, we're going to start peeling our potatoes. I like the red potatoes. I have seen the recipe with Idaho potatoes, but in my opinion, the red potatoes cook better. They taste better. So we're going to peel these, and we have 10 of them. Now we're going to cut and peel our carrot. Carrots are really good for you. So this is a healthy recipe, right? I mean, it has vegetables, potatoes, carrots, onions. Now for the next step of the recipe, you're either going to need a grater or a food processor. I personally would rather use the food processor. It's a lot quicker. It just takes it's a lot quicker. And this is the blade that we're going to use because we are going to more or less puree our potatoes and our carrots. So I'm going to cut the carrot into hunks because it's just quicker that way for it to. And I'm going to cut the potatoes just so I can get them in there easier. And we're going to just keep adding potatoes and carrots. Okay, this is the way I'm going to scrape the sides. This is the consistency you want. Okay, we're going to put this into our bowl now. This isn't all the potatoes. This is about 5 of them. So I am going to keep going with my potatoes. And I'm just going to throw them in like this. You want to do this kind of quick because we don't want our potatoes turning dark. They get dark very quickly. That's why you do the onions first and have all your ingredients ready. That way, once you're ready to get your potatoes going, they're nice and white looking. All right, now I'm gonna add, this is the consistency. It's a little liquidy, and that's the way we want it because it's gonna taste so good. You're gonna be so happy with this recipe. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add our flour, our salt, our pepper, and our eggs, which always a good idea to do it into a different bowl. That way if any shells go in, you can get them out without a problem. Like right there. So the next thing we're gonna do is mix everything together. And our potato pancakes are on their way, and everybody's gonna love this recipe. It is a fantastic recipe. Now we wanna mix it really good to make sure we get everything all through. We want the onions that are on the bottom, the eggs mixed in, the carrots, salt, pepper, and flour. Mix it really well. Okay, now that everything's mixed, we are going to put paper towels onto a plate to absorb any excess oil after we fry. Okay, now we're going to get our oil nice and hot. I'm going to turn this on, get the oil nice and hot, and it is on high. Now, I am going to turn it down just a little bit, and I'm going to check it and see. Oh yeah, it is ready to go. Now, with this recipe, if it is too runny, what we can do is add a little bit more flour, but we're not going to know until we put it in to see how it spreads out in the pan. And I think this is pretty good consistency right here. We're just going to take scoops. And they sound like they're frying pretty good. And we're gonna fry them until they're a light brown. And I think I can get 4 in here. And we want to flatten them out a little. You don't want them too thick in the middle. You want them to cook quickly in the middle also, and you want them done. So that's the way we're gonna do it. Okay, now, I'm not real crazy about the consistency of these. They are browning nice, and I'm gonna flip them, but they're just not as thick as I would like them to be. So when this happens, you can add a 1/4 cup of flour more to your recipe. I'm gonna flip those first. This is the color you want them to be. Now I'm gonna add another 1/4 cup of flour, because I did have some large apples in there, or apples. I had some large potatoes. I didn't put any apples in there, don't even think of that. I did have some large potatoes. So if the larger the potatoes, the more liquidy your batter is gonna be. And you want it just a tiny bit thicker than this. Although it's going to taste great no matter which way you do it. It just might be easier to handle for you if they're a little bit thicker. Now we're going to check the bottom, and it's nice and dark. We're going to remove our pancakes, and we're going to put them on the plate with the paper towels to absorb some of the oil. Going to drain it just a little. Now I'm going to put paper towels on top of this to absorb the oil off the top and the oil off the bottom of the next batch, because I am going to put them in now and get them going. and get them nice and brown. And you're really gonna like this recipe, I can guarantee it. And I want to thank everybody for requesting it, especially since it's my mother's recipe. We're very happy with it. And on this one, we're gonna do a little dollop of sour cream because I know some people like the sour cream and others like applesauce. And there you go. Enjoy. I got 16 pancakes out of my potato pancake recipe. If you like the potato pancake recipe, remember when you go on my dinner and dessert, like and subscribe. And if you want to hit the little button for more notifications, don't be shy. Thanks. I'll see you again.